Hey everybody, it's the Mad Master here. I'm doing another video. This time I am going to be sharing some good news. So when I last checked, I believe it was a CDC website, or if you actually search in Google, which Google actually has this like kind of embedded in their search engine. So you search the death rate of the virus, C virus as I call it, which I won't actually be using that term in a future video because I'm going to take a risk and do this video that I was alluding to in a previous video about the C virus. But for a couple more videos I might be using that term, just to let you know. Death rate has gone down as far as daily deaths, the totals. Of course the media is making a big hoopla about how the cases are going up, and then the right wing is saying, well, that's because they're testing more people, and then the left will be like, well, it's because we opened up too early. So why can't it be both? Why can't we have a moderate position about this stuff? That's it could be because some places opened up a little too early and some places are doing more testing, and the fact of the matter is, it's good news that at least right now, as of the recording of this video, the death rates, not the death toll, but the death rate is lowest as it's been since like late March, at least at the recording of this video. And that's a big deal, As a matter of fact, I'm just going to bring this up real quick. I'm just going to look at it because I want to see if today... let's see if it's gone down. Yep, it's still going down. Okay, so it went up June 23rd a little bit, but so for example, I can look at this here, and I'm not going to show you this graph necessarily, but I may put it in a future video. So right now we're at June 29th is the latest date, and it was 250. June 23rd was a high day, 766, 742. So right now, we look at late March, it was around those numbers. The highest day was May 6th, and I don't know, I think there might be a couple reasons why they kind of backtracked, like counted more totals in New York or something. I can't remember all the stuff. Nevertheless, this should be good news. I mean, is the media saying that the death toll is going down? No, they're talking about cases going up and all this stuff in Florida and Texas and California and all this shit. It's a good news. And, if the cases actually go down, or not the cases, the deaths go down enough, as far as what I was reading, I don't know about cases, but how this aligns with that. But if deaths go down enough, it actually... the World Health Organization may, or if it, let's hypothetically say that it goes down enough, it's no longer a pandemic after a certain point. If it's, I'm not sure where I read this, so this is a little bit more unverified, unlike this death total graph here, which is, let's see what the source of this is. It's through Google, big tech, I mean, it's just like. I mean, I believe it has to do with cases too, but if deaths go down and the severity of this virus diminishes, then we're dealing with something that it's like the common cold or some shit. And I'm hoping that happens, because I think as we open up and stuff. I mean, I just read something about the airlines eliminating social distancing on some of the flights now, and why are they doing that? And I'm not a conspiracy, I'm a conspiracy realist, but as far as conspiracy stuff, it's less about a bunch of people sitting in a smoke-filled room with a cigarette-smoking man from X-Files or something like that. It's more about where are these trends going, sometimes. So, for example, I work for this company. It's a big corporation. I'm not going to say what business I'm in. I work at home now, right where I'm sitting every day. Not every day, 4 days a week because I work 10-hour days. But they they said now that like I was doing this like instructional material for it, for some new changes at the company or something. Now that the pandemic is over, I'm like, or we were in a pandemic. It's like the language is a little different. I'm like, some people are still choosing to stay at home, blah blah blah. But it's like, why are they saying that? This is like rich white men that control this company, right? So they must be in on. I'm not saying they're in on something, but like the zeitgeist, the unconscious thing. I'm gonna get my whole body in this video. This unconscious thing about it is moving in a certain direction. We're moving out of the thing. And then this training material had, first they said new normal, and I flipped off the screen when they said that. Then they said the next normal, and then they said going back to normal. All in this one module that I had to take. It's like, okay, well, it's kind of ridiculous. Just saying going back to normal. I don't, it's just one of those things. I hate the new normal. New normal. That's what I gotta say about new normal. I'm gonna do a video about all my different opinions about this stuff. So, as I've already done, but I have more opinions to share. Not really opinions, but just it's gonna be called 5 unanswered questions about blank virus or blank 1984. No, 19, of course. Not 19. I like that meme actually about 1984. Authoritarianism is off the charts as far as what some of these people propose. Not all of them, but anyways. So yeah, the death rates are going down, and some places have been open for months now. A month or two. Some places never closed. Some places locked down extremely and are having cases explode. But the death totals are still going down, and if they continue to go down, I mean, if they continue to go down, I'm not going to say it's either more testing or better treatments. The left, more optimistic parts of the left. I don't know why this has been politicized, but you have the left saying, well, it's because of better treatments. Or the right saying, oh, a bit more testing. That's why everybody's getting tested at work. It's a little bit of everything. You can't say that's one thing. So saying that the deaths are going down because of one thing is stupid to attribute that to one thing, I think. I just hope it keeps going, because if it keeps going, that means something's happening. Whether or not it's better treatments or better prepared hospitals are. Now, hospitalizations also have to do with this too. So if hospitals are overwhelmed, now they may be in a couple states, in some areas. I think that'll happen with these hotspots, because some of these spots. Keep in mind, some of these areas probably never had the virus go through before. I just can't see anymore, so my glasses. They can't. Some of these places probably never had the virus really go through their regions that much. So, but if it's somewhat weakening, and people go to the hospital, I don't know why people go to the hospital. Some people might think that they have to go to the hospital for the virus, or the doctors will, are scared of something happening, so they will keep them in the hospital for a couple days or whatever. I don't know. Hospitalizations aren't the only measure, especially length of hospital stay. If there's a hospital stay, let's say with these increasing cases in some of these states, if the hospital stay is only 2 days versus like 3 weeks or whatever, some of these people, or months or whatever, then we can't really use that as a good measure, because why are they in the hospital for 2 days instead of a couple weeks? Maybe there was a little bit of an overreaction by the doctor, or maybe they thought they had something going on. There could be a lot of variables in this, is my point. But overall, no, cases are going up. Alarm bells, oh my God, well, we opened up too early. No. If we see deaths and hospitalizations going down and cases going up, it only means a couple of things. And that's really, the mainstream media can say what they want, try to further milk the virus for their ad revenue and all that stuff. But it's different factors that go into this. So that's pretty much all I got to say. I'll be doing my epic video probably in the next week. I'm going to actually stagger a lot of these videos that I'm doing, and I'm probably going to do more premieres and stuff, because I think as I try to get this channel going, I think it's better to do that. And I will admit that I'm going to be probably taking a break from current events for a little while too. Not really with doing videos, but in general. So I might actually have some videos that I recorded, that I'll have recorded previously, that I'll premiere a little later, because I want to kind of take a break from talking about this stuff and shit for a while. And maybe talk about metal more or whatever. So, or, less politics and less viral politics, as you would call it. Well, that's it. That's all.